and to promote being the best international bank even in Mauritius. So that's in line with our strategy. We've tried to basically introduce Islamic banking on the global business because we were strong on this, because we control around 45% on the global business side. So that is why we, based on also the fact that regulations were in place, central bank put in place regulations to allow for Islamic banking, and HSBC Amana being strong on the Islamic banking side. So we used that opportunity basically to introduce on the global business side. Having said that, we've introduced two main products, which is investment related, that's true. It's a basic current account and an investment account. The investment account will mainly be, will function according to the commodity murabaha principle, where there is a buy and resale. And basically what will happen is that the investor will be coming to us to place their funds, where we will have a back-to-back arrangement with HSBC Amana. And even our board, the Sharia board, we leveraging from the group itself, from Dubai. So for us, it didn't imply too much of a cost because we're already leveraging from the group. But having said that, I think on the retail side, it will have lots of implications if we're offering it to the retail market, because one will need to have fully trained staff to all the branches, because it's a specialized product and not anyone can just go and sell it. So it involves training and education of the people, because even when we launched Islamic banking in Mauritius, lots of people were saying, can we get a loan? Because they thought it's interest-free, so no interest to be paid. So I think lots of awareness needs to be created along that line.
You take on the microphone. I go on and ask our organizer here, Mr. Razak. Now, we kept reading that microfinance is a very important tool to empower not the opposite of what Johari is looking at, not the high net worth people, but the grassroots people. At the same time, I understand that Al Baraka has planned to introduce microfinance in the very near future. Now, we also understand that microfinance has been highly criticized because of the very high rate, all right?
Well, our cooperative has been providing Islamic financial services since 1998. Surely at micro level. Now we have reached about 1,500 members, and as a cooperative, you can cater for your members only, that it is not open to the public. First of all, you have to be a member of the cooperative. You buy the conceptual framework also is very important. So through the cooperative, we have been able to attain that, and we are progressing. As I've said, the demand is increasing and increasing. So we can say the model is successful and can be exported also at the same time.
Assalamu alaikum again. That I would categorize the challenges doing business over here into three. I'll go to the simplest one. Simplest one is the regulatory framework. Yes, Mauritius has done a lot in terms of regulatory framework, but along the line, when you start going into documentation of it, you will see a lot more that needs to be changed and needs to be harmonized, needs to be introduced, whether it's the common law or the accounting framework. But that one doesn't really concern anybody in this room except me. Second one, the most difficult one, anywhere in the world, it's the same issue anywhere in the world. It's the professionals who are good in doing Sharia compliant products, and also the Sharia scholars. There have been a lot of education anywhere in the world. People keep on feeding infos on Islamic, the principle, etc. But it doesn't really work. Why it doesn't work? My feeling is, once you get out of this room, you will not practice it. You will not read anything about Islamic finance. That is what I face each time I meet Mauritians or any individuals coming to my office for an interview. You have done a lot of conferences, a lot of seminars, but when it comes to me asking you, can you give me a simple ijara structure? You can't explain it to me. So on the point of view of practitioners, it's not only about going to a lot of seminars and conferences. It's about reading and practicing it yourself, because it's very hard for you guys to get any experience in Mauritius in terms of Islamic finance, unfortunately. Well, things will grow. Probably in the next 5 to 10 years, you will get the opportunity. But before you get that, you have to practice it at home. That's one thing about education. Secondly, on the investor's point of view, everybody has been mentioning about retail products. If a foreign bank comes in and I give you a current and savings account, that's the easiest you can understand. Fair enough, you put in money. But believe me, you can ask Sanjeev or anybody here who has done retail, the cost of building it is phenomenal. You're going to put in a lot of investment in there, and afterwards, if nobody comes in and put in deposits, then you're left with a lot of debt behind you. So our approach is, yes, we are not focusing directly on retail investors right now, but we are doing products that can reach the retail market. So later on, if I do a simple Ijara funds management product denominated to 10,000 rupee per unit, if all of you buy it, then I will introduce retail product immediately. Let's walk the talk afterwards. That is on education. That's the biggest problem. On investors' point of view, I think the best way to educate investors is whenever you introduce a product, then you educate them. This is a product, fund management Ijara, property Ijara. This is how it works. How is it different from whatever